What's up, y'all? It's Wednesday, about 10:30, and I'm headed out here to see what's going on with some ammo. I've actually already picked up a couple things in the last couple weeks. I dropped by my local shop a few times and picked up some stuff, and I've had some stuff sent to me, and I think I might have got to order it. I lose track, but I've got some stuff that was sent to me for sure that I've already got to go over. So I figured since I hadn't been in the Rural King in about 2 or 3 weeks now, we'll run in there first and see what they got going on. All right, y'all, quick look in the Rural King here. They looking like they hadn't got any shipments in a little bit. You know, I haven't been in here in a couple weeks. Still got plenty of 30 super carry. Got basically, they still got the basics, don't get me wrong. 940. Trying to see if I see anything unusual. Looks about the same. Really, the unusual stuff is pretty much gone now that y'all saw a couple weeks ago when I was in here. Still plenty of 22 LR, $2.99 on that arms course. Good to see that back to at least $2.99. 380, couple different kinds. 10mm looking pretty low. All they got here is the arms core, looks like, for $25.99. Shot shell stuff looks like it's getting a little low too. We got the slugs here, $6.49. Then got some Target stuff here, anywhere from $9.99 looks like to about $10.99. Bunch of 350 up here, looks like some 180 grain and that 150 grain ballistic tip stuff. 450 Bushmaster, tons of 308 as usual. A few different kinds of 6.5 Creedmoor, $22.99 on that Aguila. That's not bad at all, just for some practice stuff. And then a little bit of 5.56 up there, but definitely doesn't look like they're getting those steady shipments like they were a few weeks ago. All right, made it out to Rural King again. Pretty much the same story in there as there was 2 or 3 weeks ago, whatever it was the last I've been in there. Only definitely less stock in there. I was just talking to them and they was saying, you know, for 2 or 3 weeks there, they was getting pallets and pallets of stuff almost every day, but it's been about a week or so since they got anything. So I ain't reading too much into that just yet, because Rural King's ammo shipments have always been real erratic. They just pretty much come in whenever. But if the trend keeps up of the stock getting lower instead of filling back up, that might be something to keep your eyes on. But anyway, let's run by the local shop now. They've actually got a new tool waiting on me down there to pick up, so I got to get that, and I'll check out what kind of new ammo they might have, and then we'll head back to the house and I'll show y'all what we ended up with. All right, y'all, in the local shop, let's see. This place is always stocked up, as y'all know. Tons of 9 here. I believe that's the same as far as the 9. All at 357 SIG still. 500 Smiths, a couple of different kinds of that. I might actually get a little bit of that because I got some of that to test. Tons of 10mm. I think I've tested all of this 10mm that's really worth testing, as far as I feel like anyway. Silver tips. The stuff I hadn't tested is stuff like this Swift A-frame, and it's just, I don't know about that stuff. Tons of different 357. I think I've covered most of this. Quite a bit of different 45 Colt and 44 mag, some 44 Federal, 240 grain JHPs. That's not bad at all on that. I'll probably grab a box of that. 41 mag, and somebody was talking about this in the comments the other day. They got a bunch of 41 mag in here. 380, tons of that as usual. I don't see anything new there though, or the 38 special. Some 38 special plus P bonded sabers. I think I've tested those. That's a new looking box. So 45, I think I've got those covered so far too. Powder and primers, they're looking really good on that still. Tons of different powder, and even the primers, I think they've got pretty much every size primer in here now. Rimfire, big old selection of the rimfire y'all seen before. Lots of different 22 mag, which I might pick up some if I see something I don't have, because I've got something to test. That X-Tac 5.56 still $7.99. A few different 7.62x39s. I think I've tested these. I'll have to take a quick look though. Again, the hunting rounds, pretty much anything you're looking for. 30-30, 22-250, 350 Legend, several different 243. So they got pretty much any hunting caliber you could look for in here. Still got lots of the big stuff down here. The 303 British, 300 Win Mag, 7mm mag, 50 BMG, 338 Lapua down there. Shot shells, again, huge variety in here. Pretty much every gauge, even 410. They got several different 410s in here now. Got some Federal, Remington, Ultimate Defense, got the Defender combo pack. So nice to see all that 410. Like I said, as far as shot shells, pretty much anything you're looking for in here. All right, y'all, back at the house with another little ammo haul. If you would, if you enjoy these videos, take a second and hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you got your notifications turned on so you don't miss any uploads. I really didn't end up getting a whole lot this week. Y'all know I'm kind of behind on testing some of the stuff I've got now, so I'm trying to catch all that stuff up before I get a whole lot of new stuff. But that being said, I did grab a few things, so we'll start here at my local shop. Now, first thing I got out of there was actually a box of that 44 mag y'all saw me looking at. 240 grain JHPs, just the old Federal American Eagle stuff. $59.99 for a box of 50 of them, but you know, it is hollow point 44 mag, so not horrible right now, I guess. And I have been running through a decent little amount of this lately with that Alaskan I got and that Model 29, so picked up one box of that. And then as y'all saw, they're finally starting to get a really small assortment of 410 back in there, so I picked up some of these Federal premium target loads, the number 9 shot 2.5 inch stuff. Just got these really because I didn't have any of them. I've got probably some of this same size stuff, but none of these exact rounds. Cool looking box, should be some nice rounds, high brass stuff. These were $16.99 a box, so I grabbed just 4 of these. And then next is something that a couple of people have requested I test, and I keep meaning to grab some when I'm in there. It's this Federal Fusion 223 in 62 grain. These are bonded soft points, so these should be really, really similar to the performance out of the gold dots that I tested not long ago, as you can see there. They only had 4 boxes of these things, and funny enough, when I was in there, somebody actually called and asked if they had any of this, and said they was going to swing by and get some, so I grabbed 2 boxes and left 2 boxes just because I knew they were coming to get them. And sure enough, when I went back in there today, they were gone. So these were $25.99, so not cheap at all, but if they perform like those gold dots, they'll be definitely worth the cost. And then the last thing from the local shop is what I always like to call my maintenance ammo. Y'all know I've mentioned I'm gonna start grabbing 100, 200 rounds of 5.56 per week until, you know, for indefinitely, basically. The PMC X-Tac 193 stuff, just a regular old ball rounds, 55 grain. Grabbed 5 boxes of these, so 100 rounds of it. These are $7.99 a box, so at that price right now, I can't help but stocking up more because you just don't know what's getting ready to happen. And then next up, I've got some things that was sent to me. First thing was sent to me by the folks over at Family Defender Institute down in North Carolina. I believe it's Mocksville, but don't quote me for that. It's definitely in North Carolina. They do a lot of firearms training type classes, is my understanding. They wanted to send me out some of this Precision 1 ammo in 380 plus P. A lot of people's been wanting me to test these things, so they sent them on out so I could test them up. As you can see, the XTP projectile. I'm gonna save my ranting for the actual test video on this, but I can just tell you the box ballistics is saying 975 on these things from a 380. Now y'all know what's happened in the past, but like I say, we'll reserve judgment there. They sent me a box of these and 2 t-shirts, so I really appreciate that. Like I said, that was from FDI, the Family Defender Institute down in North Carolina, so a big thanks to them for sending that out. And then last but definitely not least, as far as the ammo, I got another care package from our buddy Bill. Y'all know he sent several things to test already, sent another handful of stuff. First up, actually, is some more 380. We got the 380 plus P again, but this is the 100 grain hard cast flat nose from Underwood, so totally different story here. Expansion you're not even concerned with, so definitely should be some interesting stuff there. He also sent a box of some Sierra Outdoor Master in 223, 55 grain hollow point boat tail here. So I'm not sure if these are expanders or fragmenting, probably fragmenting, maybe some frag spanding like we see out of most of these things, but should be interesting nonetheless. So 1 box of those. And then next is another box of 223. This is the Fiocchi stuff here. Believe it's the same weight. No, this is actually 40 grain polymer tip boat tail. So these should be some varmint type rounds, I'm guessing, with that lightweight and the polymer tip on them. Pretty cool looking blue tip there. So a box of 50 of these he sent. That ought to be an interesting test there. Next, he sent a box of these Norma MHPs. They're monolithic hollow point stuff in 9mm 108 grain. Now, I have tested these before. Not the most consistent stuff, just in the gel testing that I've done. Maybe I'll do some barrier testing or something and use some of these in it too to see how they do there. So 1 more box of these. And then another box of Sierra Outdoor Master. This time it's the 45 and 185 grain of JHPs. Now I've tested these 45 Sierra Outdoor Masters. I don't know if it was the 185s. I'm assuming it was. Maybe it wasn't though, but I've tested one weight of them anyway, and they actually did pretty well. I think it was when I was not using the cloth, so be interesting to see what these do through the cloth. So glad he actually sent some of these, because I think I was down to like just a few rounds of those if it's the same grain. So got another box of those. And then the last thing he sent was actually a box of 22 mag. It's the Norma 22 mag 40 grain jacketed hollow point. I actually do have about a half a box of these, so funny enough, it's the one I have the least of, and my local shop doesn't have any of these. So jacketed hollow point there. And it's actually funny that he sent these, because this is a nice segue into a little sneak peek of a tool I just picked up. So it's probably no mystery after that little clue right there what I picked up. It's that new M&P 22 mag, the Smith & Wesson M&P 22 mag. I honestly wasn't going to get this thing. I haven't watched any of the reviews. I actually need to see if they mention something that I absolutely do not like about this thing, and it's the reason I didn't even pick up the 5.7 in this. I'll save it for the video, but at any rate, I personally would not have gotten this thing just because of this one characteristic that I cannot stand on it. So y'all look forward to the video on this. That's all I'm going to say on that. And that does it for the week, y'all. So ended up again a pretty good little variety of stuff here between the few things I picked up and what got sent to me. So again, big thanks to FDI and Bill for sending what they did. Should be some really interesting testing going on. Let me know what y'all looking forward to seeing, and let me know what kind of deals or finds you might have got in y'all's area. Again, if you enjoy my videos, reach down and hit all those buttons. All of that stuff really does help. If you're doing some shopping, check out the affiliate links in the video description. Anything you buy after going through those links down there, I get a kickback from them towards the channel, so I really do appreciate that. Once again, a big thanks to all my Range Gang members out there and every single one of y'all for supporting the channel. I've got a lot of stuff on the way. Like I said, I had some catching up to do, but good stuff coming very soon. Stay on the lookout for that. And in the meantime, stay safe, stay prepared, and I'll see you soon.